This woman took a fun selfie late at night while she was home alone and sent it to her boyfriend. But his response wasn't what she expected. Instead of a compliment, he asked a chilling question. Who is standing behind you? When she looked closer at the photo, her stomach dropped. Near her neck, a faint face or figure appeared in the image, something she hadn't noticed at the time. Panicked, she checked every room in her home, but no one was there. To this day, no one knows who or what was captured in that photo. A security guard in Indonesia had recently taken a job working night patrol at a rural park after moving to the area. Local residents warned him the land was believed to be haunted by a woman in white. Soon after, he began hearing loud screams every night at the same time. He searched the area repeatedly, but never found anyone. He later installed a night vision camera facing the source of the sound, and this is what it captured.
Ini kenapa ini? Buat semua penunggu yang ada di sini, tolong mendekat.
A white figure suddenly appears and then vanishes. Viewers identified it as a kuntilanak, a well-known figure from Indonesian folklore. Whether the guard still works there is unknown. One night, a woman was home with her daughter who refused to sleep and sat awake in bed. The mother used her phone flashlight to record a short video to send to the child's father.
Nanay. Nanay.
Days later, while checking the footage, she noticed another hand on the bed behind the child, faintly visible in the dark. She stated no one else was present, and the hand did not belong to her or her daughter. A Reddit user reported noticing a strange presence inside her home for several years, something she could never fully explain. Eventually, she claimed she finally captured it on camera. The image shows a tall, shadow-like figure standing near a closet doorway, with what appear to be faint, glowing eyes. She stated that no one else was supposed to be in the house at the time the image was taken, and there were no lights or reflections that could easily explain the shape. To this day, she has no explanation for what appeared in that doorway. Owen recorded a short video inside her hospital room. The room was dimly lit, quiet, and appeared completely normal at first. But as she filmed toward the corner of the room, she noticed something deeply unsettling.
Apa tuh Bapak ajarin? Apa? Itu nah di pintu. Kamu juga sih punya video. Makanya kamu.
A white, humanoid-shaped figure appeared to be standing motionless in the corner. Moments later, her friend checked the area, and when the woman filmed the same spot again, the figure was gone. After the video surfaced online, some viewers compared the shape to a pokong, a figure from Indonesian and Malaysian folklore described as a human body wrapped tightly in a burial shroud. To this day, no clear explanation has ever been confirmed. This CCTV footage comes from a small factory in the United States that produces horror dolls and masks. A woman was working alone after hours. As she prepared to leave, she walked toward a table to pick up an item. And then, this happened. Moments later, the doll's head turns sharply in a sudden movement. All I wonder is, why would anyone work in a horror doll factory at night? Late one night, a man was driving along a quiet road when he got closer to a bus stop. But instead of people waiting under it, something was sitting on top of it. The figure didn't look human. It had no wings and no clear features to suggest it was an animal. Its face was smooth and blank. There were no eyes, no nose, and no mouth. The figure remained still, positioned as if watching passing vehicles. Maybe it was a doll placed there for some reason. Or it was actually something we don't know. The driver didn't stick around to find out. This person was filming a thunderstorm over Florida when something unexpected appeared in the sky.
Look behind you. Insane. Whoa, did you see that just shoot across? Did anyone else?
For a brief moment, a fast-moving, cylinder-shaped object streaked across the frame at extremely high speed. After the footage was shared online, viewers began debating what it could be. Some described it as a possible unidentified flying object, while others suggested it might have been a rare weather-related phenomenon or an unfamiliar airborne object caught at just the right moment. No official explanation has been released, and authorities have not commented on the sighting. This footage was recorded by a fixed security camera installed inside a home. It shows a narrow, dark hallway with no visible movement at first. Suddenly, the camera captures something unexpected. A head slowly peeks out from a side doorway. Only a small portion of the figure is visible, making it difficult to identify. Due to the low lighting and the camera angle, no clear facial features, height, or details can be confirmed. After a few seconds, the figure quietly pulls back out of view. No additional movement is recorded, and the clip ends without explanation. No background information about the home or occupants was provided, leaving the footage open to interpretation. A user came across a post on X featuring photos from the TV show America's Got Talent. At first glance, the images looked ordinary, but something felt off. In the background, members of the audience appeared strangely distorted, almost unreal. When zoomed in, several faces looked blurred, stretched, or oddly formed, unlike normal crowd photos. To verify whether the images had been altered, the user visited the original poster's page. The same photos were still publicly visible and dated March 16th, with no indication of edits or manipulation. While the unusual appearance could be explained by camera limitations, motion blur, image compression, or depth of field effects, the exact cause isn't immediately clear. The images quickly sparked speculation online, leaving viewers divided between technical explanations and something more unsettling. A Facebook user recently shared a selfie she had taken around 10 years ago. The photo shows her holding her baby daughter, both facing the camera, and at first glance, everything looks completely normal. But upon closer inspection, something unusual appears on the right side of the image. A faint, human-shaped figure can be seen in the background. The woman who shared the photo says she does not recognize the figure and confirmed that no one else was present when the picture was taken. Some viewers suggest the shape could be explained by lighting conditions, reflections, or motion blur. Others argue that the outline appears too human-like to dismiss so easily, leading to speculation about something unexplained. As with many images like this, the true cause remains uncertain. A man was installing Christmas lights on his home when something really weird happened. The ladder suddenly moved without any clear cause. Luckily, the man was not seriously injured. He later told family members that he believes an unseen force pulled the ladder away from the house. He has previously claimed the home is haunted, though those claims were dismissed. When he realized a security camera may have captured the moment, he became convinced. After reviewing the footage, the man says it confirms his belief that something inside the house does not want him there. A Reddit user's nephew was getting married in New Orleans, and on the last night the group decided to join a ghost tour. One of the stops was the La Laurie Mansion, a place infamous for its dark history, including the rumored third-floor room where the owners supposedly tortured their victims. The next day, everyone shared their photos in the group chat. Among them was this picture taken by their niece's boyfriend during the tour. That's when they noticed it. Something seemed to be standing on the balcony. The group were sure they had been completely alone at that point. No one remembered seeing anyone up there, and the figure didn't appear in any of the other photos taken there. It freaked them out, understandably. Whatever that is, it looks terrifying. A paranormal explorer from Turkey named Anser entered a tunnel believed to be haunted. He was filming as he moved only a short distance inside.
يا بسم الله شو هاد والله العظيم اطلعوا يا بسم الله.
A red circular glow appeared along the tunnel wall. It stayed fixed in one spot and didn't light up the rest of the tunnel.
سمعتوا اقسم بالله العظيم في صوت حركة. يا والله العظيم في شيء يركض جوا. بسم الله.
As Anser moved back toward the entrance, this happened.
من هون لبكره انا بيبين معي اذا رح بسم الله بسم الله.
The rock was heavy and positioned in a way that made it unlikely to tip easily. After the incident, the tunnel was blocked off. The source of the red glow was never identified. On Halloween night in 2015, a paranormal team entered St. Bartholomew's Cemetery in Western Sydney. The place was quiet, but not silent. While clicking photos, they heard a strange whining sound. It did not come from any clear direction. Nothing stood out at the moment, so the team kept working. Later, when they went through the photos, something unexpected appeared. Near one grave, a figure could be seen that looked like a man. His shape was blurred, like he was in a hurry. The figure seemed to be running away from the camera, but no one remembered seeing anyone there that night. What did they capture? Tanya and her husband visited an old slaughterhouse called The Village in Mansfield. The place was quiet. They explored the cellar and found nothing strange. But just before leaving, Tanya felt an urge to take some photos. Later, while checking her phone, she noticed 2 white dots in one picture. She zoomed in and saw a pale face staring back at her. But the shocking part came after. CCTV showed no one else was inside the room. That cellar was believed to be the spot where monks were burned alive centuries ago. Tanya now believes the camera may have caught one of them. A person was walking along a forest path near an old abandoned castle when they captured something unusual on their footage. A dark, translucent figure stood ahead. It looked human, dressed entirely in dark clothing, and remained perfectly still. The castle was said to be haunted, something the person only discovered later while doing some research. At the time, they didn't see the figure and couldn't explain it, leaving them to wonder if it was something paranormal. One summer, a photographer explored the cellar of an abandoned castle in Bavaria and took a quick photo inside. At the time, nothing seemed unusual. The shot was taken instinctively without a second thought. It wasn't until later, while reviewing the image, that something unsettling stood out. Near the center of the cellar, a dark shape appeared, one that some viewers felt resembled a small human figure. Others dismissed it as nothing more than shadows, uneven stonework, or damaged the walls distorted by lighting and texture. Bavarian castles often carry centuries of history, conflict, and abandonment. So was this just a case of pareidolia, or could the shape be tied to the long-forgotten past of the castle itself? Some teenagers were hanging out at a local park one night. Once they arrived, they noticed a strange figure moving through the park. It looked unnatural, so they decided to record it. They remembered that a man had been found mysteriously dead in the same park, with officials reporting no visible signs of foul play. Some nearby residents said they had noticed a strange presence in the park for some time. Many now believe the figure may be connected to the unexplained death. The group left, convinced that what they had seen wasn't a good sign. While being stuck on a bridge, an earthquake suddenly started. One motorcyclist recorded the scene. The bridge began shaking as vehicles remained trapped with no immediate exit. Luckily, the earthquake didn't last much longer and didn't grow more intense. Still, it must have been a terrifying moment. A security guard noticed something terrifying on footage from a department store in Chile. A large translucent figure walked through the building during the night. The recording is short and low quality, making it hard to confirm what the figure actually is. Some viewers think it's just a person walking through the mall after hours, but many agree the figure looks far too tall to be human. The security guard explained that he went to check and found absolutely no one, not on that floor and not on any other camera. So, what was it? On March 28, 2025, a powerful magnitude 7.9 earthquake struck Myanmar. The quake caused a rupture stretching about 290 miles along the Shang fault line. In some areas, the fault moved into a right lateral side-to-side motion by as much as 20 feet. The movement was captured on camera in this security camera. This is the first known instance of an active fault line shifting being recorded on video. A transgender woman was targeted at a gas station in North Hollywood. A man blocked her car, and then this happened.
Look at him.
He damaged her vehicle and then drove away. When she uploaded the video, viewers pointed out that his license plate and the station's cameras could help identify him. It's still unclear what this man thought he was trying to accomplish here. Craig Wilson was renovating his home when he noticed a small opening in his backyard. After clearing away the soil, he found this. It led into a deep underground space about 25 to 30 feet down. He couldn't tell if it was natural or built long ago. Worried it could weaken the ground under his house, he filled the opening with concrete the next day. Later, he and his wife guessed it might have been an old well from around 70 to 80 years ago. Even with that idea, they still don't feel comfortable knowing something like that had been right beneath their home. A small crew was filming for a local show while on a kayak trip in the Amazon. With only a flashlight, they searched for a calm spot to fish along the dark river. Without warning, the kayak shook from below. And then, this happened. Hundreds of fish burst upward, hitting the boat and the men. The attack came from a swarm of predatory cichlids. The crew caught plenty of fish, but their bodies were covered in cuts and bites. The venom from these fish can cause swelling, itching, fever, and burning pain. Once the camera cut, they likely rushed for treatment. A woman named Stella shared a deeply moving story. Her younger sister, Emma, passed away on November 27, 2021, alone in a motel room from a fentanyl overdose. Recently, while driving on a freeway, Stella noticed a car that looked exactly like Emma's old police-style sedan. She turned around and began following it. When she pulled alongside, she believed she saw Emma behind the wheel. The face and profile matched closely, and she later compared it with a photo. Sadly, traffic built up, the car changed lanes, and it disappeared. Stella doesn't know how, but she insists it was her sister. She said the encounter somehow gave her comfort, like a sign from above. But was it really, or just a coincidence? One evening, a person recorded something unusual in the sky. A white, human-shaped figure appeared to be floating above the ocean. The sky was clear, with no other clouds, just this one patch, which made it even stranger. Was it simply a cloud that coincidentally took this shape, or could it be a sign from God himself? A man woke up at night to drink water. He heard dogs in the area barking non-stop. So he went to the window to see what was going on. He saw a dark figure standing still near the bushes in the neighborhood, which don't move. He kept watching, trying to understand what it was. It didn't look like a random passerby or a shadow, it just stayed there, in the dark. By morning, the figure was gone. He still doesn't know who or what that was. In 2021, someone was recording a stormy night in Dubai when a strange shape appeared in the sky. The camera caught an object that looked like an upside-down pyramid. Was it a hidden structure, a rare weather effect, a UFO, or just CGI? When a homeowner's security camera went off, they checked the footage and saw something terrifying. A person in a long black robe appeared. Their face looked distorted, eyes reflected the light, and their fingers seemed unusually long. What made it even creepier was that the homeowner lived in the woods, with only 2 neighbors nearby. It didn't seem like a prank, and there was no reason for anyone to be there. The footage was shared online, and viewers immediately wondered if it could be a witch. The homeowner and their neighbors never saw the figure again. For years, Juan told his family and friends that aliens were visiting his home. He claimed UFOs were hovering around his property, but no one believed him. That changed after he caught this footage on his security camera. Near a tree, something strange appears, and something about the movement feels off. Some viewers even pointed out that the camera glitches when it zooms in. Imagine if Juan had been telling the truth all along. This photograph was taken during a family get-together. Everyone was sitting outside near a fire, enjoying the evening. At first, nothing seemed unusual. But later, while reviewing the photo, the family noticed something strange. Next to a woman sitting on the right side, a faint human-shaped figure appears. It looks as if someone is standing close beside her. The outline resembles a person wearing a dress, but the form is distorted and unclear. No one recalls anyone standing there, and the figure doesn't match any family member who was present that night. The Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana is often described as a haunted location due to its long history connected to slavery. Many stories linked to the plantation focus on an enslaved girl who suffered abuse. Local accounts claim she later caused the deaths of the family who enslaved her. The story says she never left the property after her death. Today, the plantation is open to visitors. People tour the house and grounds throughout the year. Some tourists have reported strange figures appearing in photos. These images sometimes show small, child-sized shapes standing in the background, even though no children were seen during the tour. Would you dare to go there? The owner said the photo was taken on February 9, 2009. He had been out capturing photos of a quiet churchyard. Later, when he uploaded the pictures to his computer, one frame stopped him. On the front step was a faint figure, shaped like a person sitting alone, but he clearly remembered the scene being empty when he stood there. Whatever appeared in that image, he never saw it with his own eyes. Damon and Sean were walking outdoors when they noticed a large open sewer pipe in a remote area. Soon, they started hearing sounds.
I think there's like somebody down there. What the Dude, it's creeping me out.
The sounds were repetitive and seemed to occur in sets of 2. Sean walked to the opposite end of the pipe to check the source. He found nothing and could not see anyone or anything inside.
Yeah, but usually there's like 2 at a time. See, did you hear that?
The banging continued even though both ends of the pipe were visible and empty. The source of the sounds was never identified, but it's likely something technical. And for more terrifying encounters, watch this next video.